So good afternoon everyone. I am Sarma Begum, CS Department, DBS IT, Kavli. Today I am going to discuss about the quality of service solutions. So in this quality of service solutions, we have in three types, that is MAC layer solutions, network layer solutions, framework solutions. So these are the three types. In previous video class we discussed about the MAC layer solutions. Now we are going to the second one, network layer solutions. So in these network layer solutions, we have in three types of approaches. One is table driven approach, on-demand approach and hybrid approach. Okay, now, so these are the three types of approaches we are having. Coming to the table driven approach. So table driven approach is nothing but in order to find a best and flexible path from the source node to the destination node. So in order to find that we are used to find a shortest path from the source node to the destination, which is best and which doesn't have any traffic. We are select that type of best path by using some algorithms. So here every node in this communication will maintain the routing table. A routing table is nothing but table driven routing protocol is maintained by the each and every node here. What type of information is maintained, that is whatever the information is available in that source node and which type of link is we are selected, that type of information all available in these all nodes. If sometimes due to the delay or any data traffic can be occurred or path will be break here, it will the source node will be re-establish the another path to send the data packets to the destination. If the data pack, if the path is break, we find the another path to send the destination. That information also maintained each and every node in the routing table. So that is called the table driven. So coming to the on-demand, in the on-demand routing approach, in the on-demand approach we doesn't maintain in the image of the on-demand, the nodes doesn't maintain any routing protocol. The node doesn't maintain any routing protocol. It just fly the source node to the destination node and it sends to the data packets. Okay, now that is called the on-demand. Coming to the hybrid approach is nothing but is both combination of the table driven and on-demand approach. This is called the three approaches we are having. So coming to the on-demand approach, in on-demand approach we are having some types, that is called TDR. First one, in this we are having sometimes in order to find a communication, in order to manage the communication between source to the destination node, we use some types, that is the TDR. TDR is nothing but ticket based routing protocol. So TDR is called the ticket based routing protocol. Okay. So TDR is called ticket based routing protocol. So this routing protocol is used in the on-demand approach. So because this is used from source node to the destination node to find the feasible path, by issuing the tickets, by issuing the certain number of tickets to the packets. So every packet we are providing the ticket numbers. So every packet we will provide the ticket numbers in order to receive at the destination node. So if the packet 1 or packet 2 or ticket 1 or ticket 2 of packets are lost, we can easily identify which type of packets are lost. Ticket 1 or ticket 2 or ticket 3. This type of packet names will be given to the packets. So if we miss any packet, that packet has the identification ticket number in to find that which packet is lost. So that is why we are using the ticket based routing protocol. Next is TDR. Okay, TBR and TDR. TDR means trigger based distributed routing protocol. So okay, TDR means ticker based distributed routing protocol. So this protocol is used between the links. In this links, if the link is failed, so now I told that if the due to the over delay or any data traffic occurred, that is why we are occur some collisions here. The frequent paths will be breaks or links will be breaks. In that situations we can utilize the GPS. If you use the GPS is nothing but in order to find the best path from source node to the destination node. If the path breaks, it will find the another path to send the data packets from source node to the destination node. In the real time examples, if the person want to travel from one place to the another place, he doesn't know which place he want to reach, which path he have to select to reach their destination. So he use some GPS in her mobile and he find out the best path or best route to go to their destination. That like only we are used here in the ad hoc wireless network in order to find the best link or path from source node to the destination node. Each node maintains the local neighborhooding information and active routes only. Okay, now this is called the TDR. Coming to the third one, quality of service AODE protocol. AODE protocol. So in this quality of service AODE protocol, so quality of service is an extension of the AODE protocol. So it is mainly used to modify the modifications can be done in the routing table, route request and route reply packets. So that is why we are using the AODE protocol in order to modify that. So in the routing table entry we should have some challenges to manage. The challenges are called, first one maximum delay, quality of service, minimum available bandwidth, maximum delay guarantee, guarantees and bandwidth guarantees. These are the different tasks or different entries occurred in the AODE protocol. Okay, now so this is come under the network layer solutions. So in the network layer solutions we having the three types, that is hybrid table driven routing protocol approach, on demand routing protocol approach and hybrid approach. So this is called the network layer solutions. Now coming to the next quality of service solutions, that is framework quality of service framework solutions. Quality of service framework. So next one is third one. In the quality of service solutions we having the three layers. In the three we have two things we are explained. Now we are going to third one, quality of service framework for ad hoc wireless network. A framework for, coming to the quality of service framework, a framework for quality of service is complete system that attempts to provide required or promised service to each user. In the quality of service model we having some key components. The server to provide the user on the per section basis, on per class basis. The other key components are, we are having here, first one, routing protocol. Routing protocol. Second one is quality of service. reservation, sorry, quality of service, resource reservation, signaling. Third one, admission control. Fourth one, packet scheduling. So these are the four types of key components we are used in the quality of service framework. Coming to the routing protocol. So routing protocol is nothing but we having some set of rules. These rules are used by the routers in order to find the best suitable path from source node to the destination node. So the routing protocol is used to find the best path from source node to the destination node and forward the packets to next intermediate relay node. So the quality of service routing describes the process to find a best path to satisfy the quality of service requirements. This is called routing protocol. Next, coming to the quality of service resource reservation. Okay, so once the path is required, once the path is find from source node to the destination node, we go to the next step in order to reserve the required resource along the path. This is done by the resource reservation signaling protocol. So that is called the quality of service resource reservation signaling. Next, coming to the admission control. Admission control is nothing but quality of service feasible path may be available. The system needs to describe or decide whether to actually serve the connection or not. If the call is to be served, the signaling protocol reserves, otherwise the application notified of the rejection. That is called the admission control. Next, coming to the packet scheduling. So packet scheduling is nothing but when the multiple quality of service connections are active at the same time, when the multiple delay sections are passing through the node. The scheduling mechanism, the packet scheduling mechanism decides on transmission packets belonging to that more than one section are pending in the transmission queue of the node. Okay, now this is called the packet scheduling mechanism. So these are the four other key components we are used in the quality of service framework. So in this we are having the quality of service model. Quality of service model. In the quality of service model, we have proposed several service models. There are two types of models we are having. One model is integrated service model. Integrated service model. Second one is differentiated service model. Okay, integrated service model and differentiated service model. We have two types of service model here. Coming to the first one, integrated service model. So in this integrated service model provides the quality of service on a per flow basis. They have three types of services in the integrated service model. First one is, in this we have three types. That is guaranteed service, first one is guaranteed service, second one is control based, okay, control based service. Next, third one is best effort integrated service model. Okay, control load service, best effort service. These are the three types of services are used in the integrated model service. So we use a service, in this we use the resource resource reservation protocol. In this we use RSVP. In this integrated service model we use RSVP. RSVP is nothing but resource reservation protocol. So this protocol is used in the ad hoc wireless network in order to find the route between the source node to the destination node. That is called RSVP is used in this. So next, coming to the explanation of the integrated service model. Integrated service model. This integrated service model is written in shortcut INT-SERV. Okay, INT-SERV. Okay, integrated service model. This integrated service model is not scalable. This integrated service model is not scalable in the internet, but it can apply to the small scale sized ad hoc wireless networks. It can apply to the small scale sized ad hoc wireless network. If it is a per flow basis, if the integrated service is per flow basis, the information is difficult to maintain in ad hoc wireless network due to the reasons such as limited processing capability and we have some reasons we doesn't to maintain the information in the ad hoc wireless network. The reasons are limited processing capability, limited battery energy, and frequent changes in network topology, and time varying can be done. Due to these are the different types of reasons reasons which is not maintain the information per flow basis. Type of information is not maintained in the ad hoc wireless network. So coming to overcome these problems of the integrated service model, we use the differentiated service model. We use the to overcome these problems we use the differentiated service model. Okay, now this is the shortcut of DIFF-SERV. Differentiated service model is used. So this differentiated service model is proposed in order to overcome the difficulties which is implementing in ad hoc wireless network because implementing and deploying the integrated service model and resource reservation protocol in the internet. The above two services, integrated service model and differentiated service model. These two models are not directly applied in the ad hoc wireless network because due to the inherent characteristics occurred in the ad hoc wireless network. So due to the ad hoc wireless network, some changes can be occurred in the ad hoc wireless network. Inherent characteristics means some changes will be occurred in the ad hoc wireless network. Those problems are continuously varying the network topology, continuously varying network topology, and limited resource available, limited resource available, and error prone, shared. Next is error prone shared radio channel. So these are the different inherent characteristics. These are the different inherent characteristics occurred in the ad hoc wireless network. So due to that, we doesn't apply those models. Those service models like integrated service models and differentiated service model is not directly applied in the ad hoc wireless network. Any service model is proposed that should first decide upon what type of service are feasible in such networks. So a hybrid service model for ad hoc wireless network called flexible quality of service model for mobile ad hoc wireless network. So in this we use the FQMM. FQMM service model is used. This is nothing but flexible quality of service quality of service model for mobile ad hoc wireless network. This is the full form of the FQMM. This FQMM model is classified into different categories. So it is called ingress, called source. Next, first one, this one. Second one is interior node. Interior node called intermediate node. Third one, egress node. Destination. Okay, these are the three different categories we are used in the FQMM. FQMM is nothing but flexible quality of service model for mobile ad hoc wireless network. In this we have three categories. Ingress is nothing but source node, interior node is nothing but intermediate node, and egress node is nothing but destination node. Okay, now these are the three types of things we are using here. In this FQMM we are having a small image. That image has a classes of three types of classes of traffic in different in differentiated service provisioning. So see the image. So coming to the image here, by using the FQMM, flexible quality of service for mobile ad hoc wireless network. So here we have a small image here. Here we are having the network traffic. So we are having the class-wise communication can be occurred in the source node to the destination. So class 1 traffic and class 2 traffic and class 3 traffic. These three traffic are differentiated as service provisioning. So different ways they are taking, but they are coming from the they are all three traffic class 3 all three classes traffics are combined at the combined or integrated at the one path, and that is called integrated service provisioning. Okay na? So this is called the image of FQMM. Okay, FQMM. Next, in this FQMM we use some resource quality of service resource reservation signaling. In this we use some types in order to achieve the quality of service guarantee, that is quality of service resource reservation signaling. Resource reservation signaling. Okay. In the resource reservation signaling, we have some responsible schemes. Those schemes are reserving reserving the required resource, reserving the required resource. Next scheme is informing the application to initiate transmission. So these are the two schemes, responsible schemes we are used in the resource quality of service resource reservation signaling. Okay, now these are the two types of schemes we are having: reserving the required resource and informing the applications to the initiate transmissions. So these are the two types of things we are using. In this signaling we have three phases. That phases are called connection establishment, okay. Second one is connection maintenance. Third one is connection termination. So these are the three types of phases we are used in the signaling. So whenever we are transmitting the data packets to the source node to the destination node, we have to first establish a connection. After that, we have to maintain the connection. Maintenance can be done by selecting a flexible path and transmitting the data packets from one node to the another node. That is called the maintenance of the connection. And next is, after communication is completed, we can terminate the connection. So these are the three types of phases we are using in the quality of service resource reservation signaling. So next, in this next we are using the MRSVP. Next signaling is using the MRSVP. So it is nothing but mobile resource reservation protocol. Mobile resource reservation protocol. In this we are having two types. One is active, second one is passive. So active is nothing but, in this active is nothing but the data packets. Currently the data packets currently flow from the path. Thus coming to the active protocol, it is nothing but whatever the data packets is currently occurring that flow from along the path and made local proxy agent and made a local proxy agent. That is called the active protocol. Next, coming to the passive protocol. Passive protocol is nothing but the resources are reserved to be used in the future. The resources that are reserved to be used for the futures and made by remote proxy agent and made by the remote proxy agent. This is called the active protocol and this is called the passive protocol, which is used in the resource reservation protocol. Now next we are having in the quality of service framework we are having the two key components. The two key components is called insignia. First one insignia. Second one is Inora. So these two is called the two key components we are using in the quality of service framework. So it is used in a band signaling. It is used in band signaling approach to restore the flow of state in response to topology changes. Okay, that is called the insignia. This is one key component we are used in the quality of service framework. Next one is Inora. Inora is used for porous feedback scheme. Feedback scheme is whenever we are doing the communication between the source node to the destination node, we are taking some flexible paths between that. If sometimes we due to the collisions, our path will be break. That will be porous feedback will be given to the source node. That is your path is break. You have to re-establish a path again to send the data packets from source node to the destination node. So in order to find that, we using this Inora key component. This is called the quality of service framework. So thank you.